Students, I am so excited that we have reached this point in the semester. I'm so proud of you for making it through your argumentative, research-based paper. That's quite a feat to get through that. And now we moved on to hopefully something you will see as fun and exciting and refreshing, and just a nice way to end the semester and celebrate the work that you have done. And of course, this semester we're kind of doing this in a digital environment, and I think it can be equally as fun and as effective as it has been in previous semesters. So what are we going to be doing here at the end of the semester? You've already written your research-based argument, and you now know between this class and your English 1010 classes that you have to adapt information for different audiences and purposes, and depending on what the rhetorical situation is, depends on how you should shape that text that you're writing. So I want to give you the opportunity to still work with your research and your topic that you've worked with this semester, but transform your ideas into a new genre by taking your writing and just remixing it, turning it into something else. So for this process, you are going to take that argument and that information and think about what you want to do with it. So I'm going to be pretty loose with this. So you may want to think about, do you simply want to present all the information or some of the information you did in your paper in just a new way? Do you want to readjust that a little bit for your audience? Because I asked you to consider audience in your paper, and now I'm asking that audience to be the class community. So do you want to adjust it for audience and purpose? Do you want to approach your topic with a more creative twist? What mediums might work for however you want to convert this information? And then think about what effect might it have to transform your piece in certain ways, in particular ways. Really think about this and think about how you can create your multimodal remix. Here are a few examples to help get you started. So I've listed a few things here. I want to mention that, for example, one semester I had a student who was researching music therapy, and the student recorded a song and discussed how the song that he created, how it would be used in music therapy, and how it related to the research he had done on music therapy, and it was really fascinating. I've had several students create original works of art along with an artist statement that incorporated their research that explained why they created this art as they did, and why it looks the way it did, and how that corresponded with their topic at hand. I've had several students do a TED Talk-like presentation. Now, TED Talks are typically around, well, actually, it's changed. It used to be around that 20-minute mark, but what we would do for this class is about 5 minutes of talking to your audience off the cuff, right? Knowing your research about, and explaining what your research was about, and getting them excited about your research, your class community, get them excited about your research. I had a student once who was talking about, I think, community theater. I can't remember what her argument was, but she had some journaling of some experiences in theater that semester, and so she shared some of those journals and talked about how it connected to her research. That was really fascinating. I've had students do interactive games where the class community had to interact in a really fun way with their information, and every time they sort of answered a question for the game, it gave them new knowledge about the subject. So those are just a few things. I think some other things I have listed here, original works, you could do a digital poster. If you do an infographic, make sure it's very detailed, but a digital poster would be really nice. I don't know, the possibilities are really endless here. A graphic novel style digital work. I would love for you to come up with what you would like to do. So if you have something that's not on this list, then that sounds great. Just let me know what you're going to be doing. My only stipulation is I don't want any PowerPoints here or a slideshow style presentation. I would love for you to do something a little more original here. All right, make sure you understand you will need to cite some sources. Maybe probably not all of your sources that you use in your paper, maybe so, maybe not, but some sources, and make sure you cite those. The good news, and do that in some kind of way. We'll discuss individually if we need to a way to get those citations in. But the good news is you've already cited your sources in your paper, so you should be good to go, and you shouldn't have to do any new research for this. All right, make sure you take a look at the due date. Again, always double check D2L in case it's changed from when this video was made. But this is going to be due to the discussion board. So make sure you understand that, because that's how your class community is going to access your piece. And if you have any trouble with sharing that, just let me know, and I'm sure we can figure out a way to get it into the discussion board. It'll also be due to the Dropbox with your final portfolio at a later date. You can't really revise the remix due to the nature of the assignment of sharing it with the class community on a specific date. However, if you want to discuss how you would have revised the remix in your final portfolio, I will give you a space to do that. All right, I'm excited to see your projects. Please let me know if you have any questions. The Ask Me Anything board is a great place to do that.